currently on the divided river. Vera cried her eyes out as she watches the whole scene. She never thought in her life that any of these would ever happen to her. She wished she was dreaming. "Vera!" shouted Hill, "it is time to leave. Come to your king. Today we will settle these scores. I have waited all my life for a day like this." "You lie, Hill. This is not happening. You have no scores to settle with mortals." Ben responded. "Your problem is with your brother and the queen of the river, who happen to be our mother. Leave the poor girl out of it." Ben knew in his heart that he would not let Hills go with Vera from his ancestry. He was ready to fight for his downline. John thought of the situation and decided not to react. He decided to plead with them to let him take his bride home. Hills insisted that he is going with Vera whether they accept or not. The Queen of the River was angry at Hills and did not know what to do out of confusion. She did not want to cast her spell out of anger again. She pleaded with Hill to let John and Vera be. She told him to consider the scenario as a reconciliation between him and his brother. She tried to explain that if both children are allowed to marry, at least man will be at peace. "Mother, have you forgotten?" Hill replied. "I am the god of war. I don't know peace. All I want is my bride. She is the price used as sacrifice for the spell breaking. She is mine. I won't let that happen," Ben screamed. Ben insisted that Hill reconsider his decision before things get out of hands. Soon, Lady Kay, Queen of the Hill River, the wife of Hill, came out of the river. She asked Hill why he was after a mere mortal girl who has no power to do anything for him. Hill asked Lady Kay to stay out of his business. Lady Kay was angry at Hill. She knew Hills was up to something. Even though she could not lay her hands on what that was, she promised to figure it out. At this point John was angry and decided to say his mind. "Hills, I don't care if you are my ancestor. I won't let you steal my bride. Then get ready to fight for it." Hill responded. The youth of Ben and Hills came together as one. They were ready for war. They got on their boats and paddled into the middle of the sea. They were going after Hill. John never thought for a second that he will be fighting with a water god over his bride. He was furious and wished he could strangle Hills for his actions. He never thought of the consequence of his actions. Vera was at the side of the river watching them. She was scared. She begged John not to get into the water. John did not listen to her. Hills started disturbing the waters. There were storms and waves that man could barely withstand. The Queen was so disappointed at Hill. She immediately rushed to stop John from going after Hill to avoid getting hurt. She knew what Hill can do. Ben went after Hill to stop the storms and wind generated by Hill's power in order to protect John. At this point, Hill was upset. He was angry that John Dare challenged him. As he made his way towards Vera, who was crying loudly at the corner of the river, Ben forcefully confronted him. "This is my child. Leave mine and go for your son." Ben promised he does not want to fight with him. Therefore Hills should do the right thing by leaving his downline alone. Lady Kay rushed to Vera and asked her to run away. Lady Kay was acting all nice. She was not trying to help the situation. She was trying to make sure that her man Hill was not taken away from her. She had loved Hills all her life and would do anything to keep him. She begged Vera to run for her dear life. Vera thought of running but remembered that John was in a war front. She decided to stand for her own man. She was not going to give up on John, knowing he was fighting for their love. With a loud voice, Vera screamed, "Enough! Stop the fighting. I will do what you want, Hills. Just leave my people alone." Vera decided she will marry Hill, but on one condition. She asked Hill to allow her 21 days to take a tour throughout the different environments available before she decided who to marry. She told Hills to give her 21 days to go between John's house, Ben's kingdom, and then Hill's kingdom. After the tour, she will decide which kingdom she likes. Hill was not comfortable with the arrangement. He asked that Vera come to his place first, then she can go to John and Ben's place later. He told them to wait at the riverbank for the 7 days if they want. John was frustrated, angry and confused. He did not know why Vera would make such decisions. Hill told John he would keep them busy while he is away with Vera. He asked one of his princes to give humans anything they want. He asked humans to make a wish and it would be granted to them immediately if they wait for the 7 days by the riverbank. Some of the youth demanded for money, beautiful girls, houses, lands, cars. Hill granted all their wishes and humans were happy. John refused to touch any of the item Hill gave them. He was still disappointed at Vera's decision. Soon the Queen Mother came close to them. She came with her warriors. They were all ready for war. She came with Esther, the god of life; Arya, the god of gold; Zubi, the god of metals; Jimmy, the god of waves; Edmund, the god of thunder; Demon, the god of death; Tamer, the god of silver; Oscar, the god of pain; Charles, the god of mud; Mosey, the god of ice, and many other gods. They all arrived and were ready to fight against Hill. Soon Ben's warriors also arrive in their numbers. His warriors were always active and ready for war. He had the god of war, thunder, air, water, fire, ice, metal, wave, demon, silver, diamond, and many other. The force from mortals was now divided. Hills had given them material things to them, so some of them had backed down. John was not giving up anytime soon. He was ready to fight to the last. He was so convinced that he could win the water bodies in this war. The Queen of the River asked Hills to back down. She reminded him that he was alone in this battle. She told him that his troublesome nature has caused many problems both to humans, animals, and the water bodies. She declared that she wants peace. Soon they all started hearing sounds of different animals from a specific direction. They all turned to figure out what that would be. To their surprise, it was the animal kingdom. The lion led the team. The animals stood by the bank of the river close to where Vera and Lady K was. The lion claimed won the cave and roared mightily. Other animals responded. The queen of the land noticed that both humanity, animals, and the water kingdom was gradually coming to an end right under her watch. While she was talking, Sky, the god of real gold, came on board. Everybody was surprised, for no one has ever seen such a beautiful god. His boat, staff, hair, and everything around him was golden. Anything he touches changes to gold. Hill was happy on seeing gold. Gold is one of Hill's special creation. It is the best Hill have ever created. Gold can do whatever Hill wanted. Lady K and Vera were still discussing at the riverbank when they also saw gold. At this point the battle line was drawn. It was either Hill gives up for peace to reign or face humans, animals, and water beings. Everybody was at alert, waiting for Hill to make a decisive move first. Watch out for episode 3 to know if Hill actually took Vera. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you.